Have you ever prayed for love, and instead of someone new entering your life, everything just went quiet? No signs, no clear direction, just distance. You tried, you opened your heart, you gave people chances they didn't really earn, but in the end, nothing seemed to hold its place. And slowly, a thought starts sitting in your mind without permission. Why does it feel like I'm always left in the same place? But what if this story isn't as simple as it looks? What if this silence isn't emptiness, but something being arranged in a different way? Not everything that pauses is lost. Sometimes it's being prepared differently. In this video, we're going to look at 4 subtle signs that might explain why this season of your life feels so still, yet so intentional. And if you've been carrying emotional confusion lately, this might finally start connecting the dots for you. Sign number 1. Something inside you is still being mended. There are moments when people start searching for love while still carrying fractures they never really dealt with. A memory that still stings, a betrayal that never fully healed, or someone who left but didn't really leave your mind. And the heart, even when it smiles, still remembers. But here's something most people don't realize. When pain is still active inside you, love outside you often becomes unstable too. It's not always about finding the right person. Sometimes it's about becoming someone who is no longer driven by old wounds. Maybe that's why things didn't work out. Not because you were denied love, but because your emotional foundation wasn't ready to carry it yet. Because unhealed hearts don't always choose wisely. They choose familiarity, even if it hurts. And sometimes distance is not rejection, it's emotional correction happening quietly. Sign number 2, you keep shifting yourself just to be accepted. There's a pattern many people don't even notice in themselves. They soften their personality, they hide their opinions, they adjust their entire personality just to avoid being left. And slowly, they stop feeling like themselves. But love that requires self-erasure is not really love. And sometimes life keeps someone single for a while, just so they can see what they've been doing to themselves in the name of being chosen. Because if you have to become a different version of yourself to be kept, then what exactly is being loved? This is where something powerful begins to happen. You start valuing yourself without an audience. You stop negotiating your worth. You stop chasing approval like it's oxygen. And that shift changes everything. Because the moment you stop shrinking yourself, you stop attracting people who benefit from your silence. Sign number 3, your inner life has been asking for space. Not every chapter is meant for emotional involvement. Some are meant for rebuilding direction. But relationships, even good ones, can blur that focus when timing is off. You may have noticed it before. Whenever emotional attachment enters too early, clarity starts fading. Goals feel distant, peace feels unstable, attention gets scattered, and life becomes less about direction and more about emotional survival. So sometimes the pause is not about love at all. It's about removing noise so you can hear yourself again. Because a distracted heart cannot hear purpose clearly. And when purpose becomes unclear, everything else starts feeling heavier than it should. Sign number 4, you are being disconnected from emotional dependence. There's a belief many people carry quietly. If someone loves me, I'll finally feel complete. But that kind of emotional dependency creates pressure no human is meant to carry. Because people are temporary. Their moods change, their attention shifts, their presence is never guaranteed. And if your peace depends on that, it will always feel fragile. So sometimes life keeps someone single longer than expected, not to deprive them of love, but to detach them from emotional dependence, so that peace doesn't come from attention, and worth doesn't come from being chosen, and happiness doesn't rise and fall with someone else's behavior. Because when you finally stop relying on external validation for internal stability, something changes quietly. You stop chasing, you stop forcing, you stop accepting less just to avoid being alone. And ironically, that's often when healthier connections begin to appear naturally. Being single is not proof that something is wrong with you. And being in a relationship is not proof that everything is right. There are people in relationships who feel unseen, and there are single people slowly becoming emotionally whole again. What you see outside is never the full story, so comparison will always mislead you. Your timeline is not broken, it's just not identical to others. And sometimes what feels like delay is actually protection from a version of love you were not meant to endure. Maybe this season has felt quiet, not peaceful, but quiet in a way that makes you question everything. But silence is not absence. Sometimes it's space being created for something more stable to eventually enter. And maybe the real question was never, why am I still alone? But rather, what part of me is still being shaped before love arrives? Because the right connection doesn't come to complete you. It comes when you are no longer missing yourself. And if this message spoke to something inside you, you're not watching it by accident. If this video touched your heart, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Faith Refined for more deep faith and relationship videos that heal, inspire, and strengthen your soul.